Hey there guys, it's Salis, and welcome back to Retro Wednesdays. This week we're taking you back to 1994, and this one's actually a good game for a change. I've got so fed up with doing the bad ones. This is Warlock. Now this game I wasted so much time on, and you'll see why eventually. Right, the first thing you'll note is that you're always followed by this magical orb. The orb is also a weapon. But it's not your main weapon. Your main weapon is, in fact, magic, as you would expect. And also, something that's quite interesting about this game, you can kill almost anything. Except dogs. In the first level. And the reason why will be made clear shortly. Because this guy is an asshole. Right, let's see if we can take out the bats early. Yes, you can. Okay. Because those bats will kill you. Or at least try to kill you. Like so. Right, across the bridge. This is where you start having to kill the dogs, because he turns them into werewolves. The ordinary dog, not a problem. Monster dog, big problem. Luckily, my magic is very, very strong and very, very good. As a result, I am the Warlock King. Now you'll notice as well, when you actually attack, you bend down. This isn't so much an issue because you've always got your secondary attack at head height. Also, when you aim directly up with your magic, it fires diagonally. That's where the orb comes in. So you've always got some way to counter almost anything. Now this house is filled with the undead, as you would expect for a warlock. And yes, they're all created by that asshole, who turns out is the boss of this level. I know, you're waiting for me to just go, you think? But I've been told I say that too much. But you can also pick up potions, and potions will be made very, very clear what they do right about now. If you watch my, well, I say health meter, it's just a dissolving face. If you watch my dissolving face when I use it, see, it restores some of my face and some of my health. It took me a while to figure out how to actually use these items, because little 6-year-old me lost the manual. I know some people are thinking right now, blasphemy, but I was 6. Now, this first level is absolutely lousy with these potions, so you never have to worry too much. But later into the game, those potions become very rare indeed. You can collect them and kind of stockpile them for later levels, because you take everything with you into the next level. However, if you die and use a password, not so much. So it's always worth having an explore of the level to find all the hidden bonus treasures. Of course, you find all the hidden bonus enemies, but that's just something you have to deal with. Now, I will warn you, if you decide to play this game is punishingly hard. I know you may think I'm making it look a little easier than it is, but that's only because I played it for so damn long. Before I even recorded this video, I played an hour of this and still didn't even get past level 3. So that gives you some idea of what it's for. Now, that crystal up there is another reason why the orb was here, because to pick up an item on the ground, you just press down. To collect anything above you, you need to use the magical orb. Now, I'm going this way for a reason, because over here is what I like to think is a staple of 90s video games. Right, just heal up a bit. Right, healing up. Healing up. There we go, full health. The Smart Bomb. This will kill anything on the screen, and also does severe damage to the boss. It will not kill it instantly. Now, switches like that are found all throughout the game and can only be activated by magic. You can't use the orb to do it. And that switch just increased the height of the elevator, so don't worry about what it did. Because before it wouldn't go to this floor, you have to hit that switch. And here's asshole. Now, one thing you will notice, you fire slightly faster if you jump. Therefore, jumping is a brilliant tactic for fighting the boss. Mind you, so is using the smart bomb. The smart bomb is actually really good. Now, you'll notice I just paused there because I was going to use a healing potion, but to use a healing potion in this game, you actually have to press up and start. I mean, that's my only real gripe I have with it. Other than that, I mean, I think this game is fantastic. Again, another reason for the orb. It releases magical artifacts from their containment of glass. Apparently just touching them isn't enough. Of course, you always travel by portal, as any good warlock would. And it passes you on to the next bit of the story. Now, this text does move very, very slowly. Luckily, you can speed it up by pressing A. The story is really not that important, I'll be honest with you. All you gotta know is, you're a warlock, you're a badass. Now, this introduces another type of enemy in this game, lurking enemies, in the form of killer shrubberies. Luckily, the killer shrubberies are very predictable and easy to see. Again, if you duck down, you can't see where you're going, so you just kind of have to trust it not to throw a spider in your way. Like I said, I've played a lot of this game. I kind of know the rhythm for the first 3 levels really well. So, please don't take this as any indication of it being easy, because it really isn't. And also, you'll notice occasionally I'm kind of combat rolling. That's because if you press down and A, or down in any direction, you will roll in that direction. And with this emulator on my 360 pad, it's really, really sensitive. I'm actually using the D-pad on the 360 pad, but it just does that all the time. That was not deliberate. That was actually just me illustrating my point. Kind of accidentally. Now you'll notice I've lost all my items, because they have actually gone towards getting me my extra life. Because that item that looked like my face is actually a continue. So initially you've got no continues, but you can pick them up. And they're normally found as like a blue glowy thingy on the floor. So that's how you get your continues. I mean, you have to... Oh, this combat roll is really starting to annoy me now I've explained it. On the original Genesis pad, it's not as bad. How cool is this end scene, by the way, when you get game over? It's just your face. Unfortunately, this emulated version does not have the original, where it flashes twice, then flashes again for your skull. But it does give me the perfect opportunity to show you what are the options. Music on or off, there are your controls, and yet there is a password system. Unfortunately, for some reason, it didn't actually unlock the password for me. I don't know what the actual criteria is to unlock the passwords, but for some reason, the level 2 password didn't come up then, which is weird. I don't know whether that's just a bug with the emulator, or... Actually, it probably is just a bug with the emulator, let's be fair. There is a password for almost every single important level. I mean, there are some filler levels, as there are with all games. But all the important, really, really good levels, there are passwords for. I think it's level 2, level 6, and honestly I can't remember, I lost the manual. But I did at one time have all the passwords written down like a complete nerd. Actually, while we're here, can I just talk about the music for a second? How epic is the theme tune to this game? I mean, it's not bad for 16-bit, let's be fair. I mean, it's not exactly one that will live on forever in the archives of your mind. See, there's the extra continue. But it is actually really good. I mean, this bit does remind me an awful lot of the music from another game, which I can't remember what it was. All I know is it had a kind of similar undead fighting kind of vibe to it. So, but then again, a lot of movies around this time use music similar to this. Right, heal up. Yeah, while you're healing as well, if anyone touches you while that big like laser thing's going off, then they get massive damage. You're pretty much immortal at that point. Just use the orb as a weapon, that's really cool. So it's kind of like invulnerability frames when you get hit. You also get them when you're healing, which is handy as hell, because you're going to heal an awful lot. When I complete this level earlier, you'll notice I picked up some kind of purple ring. Now, I honestly, it's been that long since I actually used them. Cannot remember when they actually come into play, but I think they're contextual. I know there's a staff that causes tremors, which you use in the cave levels later on to cause rock slides. In fact, I think the staff is actually called Tremor, because, well, not everything needed a name back then. Personally, I think things work better with an identity, but there we are. I'm just weird. The art style of this game is also actually really good. It seems to have held up really well. I mean, for a Genesis game, this does actually look rather smooth, although I'm a little bit freaked out by his kind of Phantom of the Opera-esque face. The damage meter, even though it's not very precise, is an interesting way of doing it. There weren't actually that many games that did it like that back in the day. I mean, a lot of them had like hearts, or it was just a straight one-hit kill. Or in the case of like Sonic the Hedgehog, you just lose your rings. Whereas this actually had like a degrading face. It was kind of creepy. Which I suppose is what you're going for when you create a Warlock game. The orb mechanic as well works really well. It's not just something they kind of like tacked on. It's a case of, well, how are you supposed to reach items higher than you without some kind of magical device? And it works really well. I mean, I think it's kind of cool that you actually look like you're genuinely telekinetically controlling it. And you can send it straight. You can send it behind you. You can send it. You can't send it directly down, so you can't attack enemies below you, but you can attack enemies above you, which, as I've said, is bloody handy. The puzzle solving in this game is very, very basic. I mean, it's a case of zap thing with magic. Why he couldn't just use his hand, I don't know. I mean, why couldn't I just use down the generic pickup item button to, you know, pick up the switch? Okay, I'm dangerously low on health and I'm about to face the boss. Okay, that was actually a bug with the emulator right there. That had nothing to do with the game. That was just Keyga Fusion being a bit sketchy. But as for the game, it's actually really fun, really good. I mean, some of the later levels do actually get pretty intense, especially when you've got to kind of manage all the items you've collected. And the enemies do get a lot more varied than just generic dude and then woodland creatures. I mean, there's Captain Generic with his briefcase. It takes him about 3 hits. Once to transform him, once to damage him, once to finish him off. So you're always going to have some kind of challenge with it. Especially when, as you saw earlier, they kind of gang up on you. Like, you'll think you're fine, and all of a sudden one will come from behind. Which, considering this guy is making zombies, makes sense. Zombies' only real threat is their sheer number. And that's what this game kind of does. I mean, as you saw earlier, I died because of... And, well, I nearly died, sorry. Because of 2 zombies coming at me and 2 zombies coming from behind me. And my terrible, terrible reaction time. Luckily, I can zap that one in the face and break their legs off. I want to know, though, why are they all carrying briefcases beforehand? Like, are they professional zombies? Is that like Dr. Zombie? I don't know. All I know is it's freaking awesome. Here we are, 2 zombies, and 2 more coming from behind me. They do gang up on you. Luckily, occasionally you'll get an item like this. All-purpose shield. And the shield's actually really cool. I like the idea of having just like 3 big crystals circling around you. I mean, that's how I imagine a magical shield would look. I mean, it's all well and good having a bubble shield, but who wants to hang out in a bubble? When you can essentially have the Mario Kart red shells, which are pretty badass. Feel the wrath of my magic. Use Smart Bomb. And there we are. So yes, this has been my look at Warlock. It's a punishingly hard game, but it's really, really fun. So, until next week, I've been Salis. I am leaving by portal. And I will see you next time.